At this time, please welcome Karen Martin and Catherine Cascioli to the stage to present the Excellence in Leadership Award. This award honors a visionary leader whose dedication, influence, and service have created meaningful, lasting impact for individuals with disabilities.
Hi, I'm back again. Again, my name is Catherine Cascioli, and over the past 18 years, I've served in a variety of roles on the ARC-Mars Board of Directors. I'm currently the immediate past president after a second but short one-year term, but tonight I'd like to take you back to my first term as president of this organization, which began in about 2017. I was about 2.5 years into my term, and our beloved, cherished executive director of more than 30 years submitted his intent to retire. Our leadership team, which had been together for decades and operated like a well-oiled machine, was about to undergo a significant change. In and of itself, that felt overwhelming and scary. What I didn't know, looking forward, imagining a new ARC-Mars landscape, which was what none of us knew at the time, but a global pandemic was forthcoming. We set out on our search for a new executive director. We took this search very seriously because, as we all know here in this room, finding a leader for a nonprofit organization that serves individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities is the most important work that a society is asked to do. So in late February, early March of 2020, our search was getting into full swing. And like something out of a movie, a global pandemic descended upon us. Programs were shut down, staff members as well as the people we serve were becoming sick, and the search for a new leader suddenly got put on pause while we navigated the uncertainty of one of the most frightening times in modern history. Our organization weathered many storms in a several-month span, months that felt like an eternity, but things eventually became stable enough to move forward in our quest to find a new leader. This leader would have very, very big shoes to fill. But at the same time, they also had important gaps to fill in. Again, imagine trying to find this leader during a time when much of the world is shut down and nothing is happening in person. We enlisted a search firm that brought us several qualified candidates, all of whom we interviewed over Zoom because we were unable to meet in person. As a board, we found ourselves asking over and over again, can we really pass the reins of this organization to someone we've never even met face to face? We narrowed the field to 2 highly qualified candidates, both of whom met our original criteria. Along with a list of leadership and interpersonal qualities, one of our requirements was executive director experience, and both finalists checked that box. But something was missing, and as a search committee, we knew it. Throughout the process, I had spent a great deal of time on the phone with our incredible recruiter, David Flom, who's actually here tonight. Our committee had met individually and with David, and we were approaching the moment when a decision simply had to be made. At the very last hour, though, we asked David if he had anyone else he wanted to bring to the table. He said, I have a candidate who's never been an executive director, but he served in a variety of capacities, actually beginning as a DSP, and is now leading hundreds of staff at the ARC of New York City. I remember the tenor of David's voice as he paused and said almost sternly, Catherine, he's very special. He may never have been an executive director, but he lives both his personal and professional life according to the mission of your organization. And I think he's worth an interview. He sent over the resume, and the committee unanimously concurred. Yes, Sal Moran was worth the interview. And so, on that October evening from his home office, I can still picture the room he was sitting in and even the suit he wore. I joined from my dining room table, dressed in a professional top with pajama bottoms. Meanwhile, our board members appeared from various corners of their homes, all gathered together on that Zoom screen as we interviewed Sal. He shared with us his professional accomplishments in New York, his passion, his innovative thinking, his warmth, and his deep understanding of the critical role we play as caregivers to some of the most vulnerable, yet the most valued people among us. But what stood out most was his personal connection, his beloved precious sister, a member of the community we serve, and the story of all his family had done to create opportunities for her here in America. He shared with us his why, his why for wanting this critical role. And in that moment, I felt not only his passion, but his profound understanding and commitment to the mission that drives our work and the lives we are entrusted to serve. I know I can sometimes be a lot, and my elementary school teacher mentality and my sometimes overzealous enthusiasm are not always understood. But I said a silent prayer at my dining room table that night that I didn't scare you off, Sal, and that you got the same special feeling about our organization as I had gotten about your leadership, and most importantly, your heart. As you can see behind me, yep, there it is. I never delete a single thing, so be careful what you send me. As you can see behind me, there's a screenshot of the text message I sent from under that dining room table during your interview to our recruiter, David Flom, at 7:46 p.m. on October 14th, 2020. I sent 2 words: Sal, period. Wow, period. Our board would always debrief after interviews, and like all of the others, we did so that evening. It was clear after our short time together with you that night that our decision had been made. You were exactly what ArcMars needed during that critical, scary time, and to lead us into the future. Sal, over the past 5+ years, your strong leadership and forward-thinking vision have been transformational for the ArcMars. During your tenure, you helped modernize our administrative and technological infrastructure. You strengthened our financial position, built a resilient and capable management team, and elevated the services we provide across the organization. From modernizing and implementing safety updates in our group homes to our completely reimagined day habilitation program that includes Day Hub Without Walls, Project College, to pre-vocational and recreational programs, our teen club, Paradise Farm and its day camp, as well as our transition programs and family supports. Your innovation and leadership are woven into each one. Your vision and influence have left a lasting imprint across this organization and on the countless lives touched by these programs. For an organization that had once been hesitant about expansion and growth, Sal, you helped us open our eyes to what can happen when you build a strong team, you trust, you take a leap, and you have a little faith. You never lost sight of the critical role of our operational and administrative staff who ensure our services run effectively. You always remembered the unwavering dedication of our direct support professionals who provide care to our individuals 24 hours a day. Most importantly, no matter how much the organization grew, you always kept the people at the heart of the work, front and center. On a personal note, Sal, I will always cherish our conversations, the hard ones when difficult news was given or when challenging decisions had to be made. The lighter ones where you would tell a heartwarming story highlighting the experiences of one of the people we serve, or the day you called me and told me, we bought the farm, knowing that in any other context that statement might be quite ominous. Our many conversations over the years reminded me why our work, this work we do here at ArcMars, is so vitally important. I'll always remember the times you so thoughtfully checked in on me, whether it was about a medical challenge I was facing, concerns about my dad, or even the health issues of my dog. Those moments may have seemed small, but they spoke volumes about who you are. And on behalf of our board of directors, I know those same kindnesses were not reserved only for just me. You extended that same compassion and care to each of us. If you said it to our board once, Sal, you said it hundreds of times. It's hard, but we have to do the right thing. Sal, you did the right things. You leave this organization in a position of strength, and we are deeply grateful for your leadership. So in closing, I'd like to leave all of you with some of Sal's own powerful words that he recently shared with our organization. The work, the real work, continues tomorrow in our group homes, in our programs, and our offices. It continues in every moment someone chooses patience over frustration, dignity over convenience, and excellence over good enough. I'm deeply proud of the work we have done together, and if I leave you with anything, it is this: protect what we have built, protect the culture of accountability and compassion, protect the dignity of the individuals who rely on us, protect one another, and be proud of this organization. Sal, we are proud, and we will protect all that you help us to achieve. we make this promise to you. Friends of the Ark, it's my honor and privilege to present the Distinguished Leadership and Impact Award to Salvador Moran.
I don't know if you want to hear me speak again. How can you follow that? I said to Catherine and Ms. Martin as well that you are the heart of this organization. And I know in a way or cerebral play sometimes requires us to be more analytical than we want to be, and it is about an income statement, it is about a balance sheet, and I also have the training on finances, so I know exactly why we're concerned about the financial strength of an organization, because we're just a business in many ways like just any other. We need to be able to pay our bills. But one thing that is true is I don't shy away from feeling the emotional connection to the mission and the people we serve, the families, is genuine. I believe that some of us can make that impact, and that sometimes we just don't reach out to them as well. To our DSP's colleagues that are here tonight, Mr. Sanchez, you're very young, but you are truly the inspiration of the future of Ark Morris. To my wonderful family here tonight, for enduring the long nights that I have spent at work and the weekends, thank you for tolerating me and adapting to my schedule rather than me adapting to you. And to my daughters who are here tonight, one of them works in Ark Morris, Gabriela, and the other one works for a colleague, Ark of Union. Thank you so much. I'm sorry that I couldn't make every soccer game, and I know that hurts you sometimes. And to my son who's here tonight, I hope the example here is that it is worth the path of sacrifices and giving back to others. Leadership is not about authority, control, or image. In fact, I don't want to be here in front of everyone. I'm a shy person. But it is about accountability. It is about making the difficult decisions when the easier one is so convenient to make, but it's not what we need to do. And I do lose sleep over those decisions because it's about people. It is about people. And I am grateful for having given me the opportunity in Ark Morris, for the board to believe in me. I'm sorry that I have to leave. I am deeply sorry that I am, because I love Ark Morris. My heart will always be here, and you just make a call and I'll be here to help with anything. But my work here has been done, and it is time for me to move on and to continue to help other organizations and families that need the most as well. I made that commitment now to my new organization. They're here supporting me as well in the corner, to a Spectrum for Living. Thank you so much for coming, guys. Appreciate that. And finally, to our board of directors in Ark Morris, you are an outstanding group of people, intelligent, compassionate, and you volunteered to do this work. I don't know how any leader can feel abandoned when we have such a great group. Every phone call I made, it was picked up. How can we help you? How can we support you? It's just an amazing group of people. So let me tell you, I've been blessed, and I love the relationship we have. So thank you so very much to everyone. Thank you.